Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Wednesday evening to you guys. So guys, I actually started making this recording earlier today, and I got caught up in some emails and things, so I'm back again to finish it. Guys, I wanted to talk to you all this evening about when it's time to let go. When you have to remove that person out of your life, regardless if it is easy or difficult. All right. And as I always say, these are just based on my opinions, my own personal experiences, all that good stuff. And as always, it's never a one size fit all category. So it can be, in relations to a relationship, friendship, marriage, job, whatever. So, all right, guys. So here's the thing. When it's time to let people go out of our lives, most times it's not an easy task, because many times these people had already been around us for, quite some time. So we've gotten comfortable with these people. In fact, some of these individuals, we may have already developed, feelings for, and even love in some circumstances. But they no longer serve a purpose in your life, if you're honest. You love them, you care for them, but you're no longer complete. It's toxic, it's draining, and it's time to go. It's time to go. And that's life. You know what I mean? We grow, and some people grow with us, and some people we have to be okay with leaving behind, and sometimes that even includes your own blood family. Just all depends on the case. So I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, so that's why I decided to kind of piggyback off of our conversation. And of course I won't get into what we were talking about, but it's still it's still related to the fact that it's time to remove somebody out of their lives who no longer serve a purpose. Now, if we're honest with ourselves, you guys know me, honest, transparent. Some of these people, if not all, we didn't even really get clarity in the okay from God to allow them into our lives. We kind of chose on our own desires. Let it be the flesh, let it be just where we were comfortable with, because it felt right at the time, whatever. But did you really sit down and have an authentic conversation with God to find out, is this somebody who he even wants to be into your life? Because, you got people who come into your life for their own, can be their own motives, just to leech onto you for whatever reason. But again, when we're in the flesh, we're so caught up in the flesh that you're not really seeing through spirit, especially if you're someone who doesn't have the gift of discernment. And I'm truly thankful that that's one gift that I have. And that's not to say that you're going to always use it. Most times you will, but there will be a time or two that you slip up and things kind of just slip through the crack. And it's okay, my discernment told me one thing, and I kind of ignored the sign because I really didn't like him or her, whatever. So it's I kind of just ignored that one sign. Well, let me tell you, if you're someone who has the gift of discernment, that's really a gift that you carry. If you think about it, the one or two times that you got burned, you ignored the sign. There was something there. It was where most people you can be nope, spirit ain't right. Nope. But then a time or two in life, you're going to have these people to come into your life, and it's that gray area, right? Their spirit isn't you don't have that solid no. And then you don't have that solid yes. So you're toggling back and forth I don't know. Well, what I've learned in my experience of being someone with a gift of discernment, for myself, if it's a gray area, it's not right. For me, my discernment has to be a solid yes. If I have to question 5%, 2%, 1% of something, it's not right. And the 2 times in my life, well, maybe, yeah, 2 times, the 2 times in my life that I went against my own discernment because I was stuck in the gray area, I learned very quickly that for myself, it has to be black or white. It cannot be a gray area. So that's how I choose. And if I'm honest, that's probably what have kept me protected from having to deal with a lot of heartbreak and pain in my life. Not to say I've never dealt with any type of pain, but you have some people in life who've been hurt over and over and over again, been hurt by some of the people closest to them. Like, I mean, I've experienced that. That's just life, but that's not something that's a rotating thing in my life. Because for one, I use my discernment, and for two, I'm very, very careful about anybody who I allow in my circle. And my circle has always been very, very small. Not saying that I go around saying, "Oh my God, I want a small circle. I want a small circle." But because I have so many gifts, it really kind of just knock people off quickly. And so I'm very, very aware about people who I allow into my life. Which is a very, very, very small amount of people into my personal life. So anyway, right? So now you're dealing with this relationship, friendship, whatever, and you are no longer fulfilled. In fact, it's draining you mentally, spiritually. Like, it's just toxic as I don't know what. Toxic. But you can't go because you have a soul tie, or there's, you're just comfortable. You're comfortable, right? Especially if this person is like a narcissist, not to even get into that because that's a whole another level, or someone who is good with reverse psychology. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever like experienced somebody who is good, like who uses reverse psychology. It is the worst. It is the worst. Like, they will literally have you, your mind will be so screwed up, right? That you will know without a doubt that argument wasn't your fault, or this wasn't your fault, or you didn't do this, but they done got up so bad in your psyche that you're now questioning, like, oh my God, am I really the cause? Did I do this? Like, they will flip everything on you, even when they're wrong, or when if they started it, or if they truly know that it's something that they should be apologizing for. They have a way of flipping it on you, and you start to question, even when you know it's not you, but you start to question, is it me? Could it have been? That is the worst. You can literally feel your mind slipping after a while. If this is somebody that you've dealt with for like an extended period of time, years and years, like if you're not careful, like for real, your mind can slip from right under your feet. So you got to be careful, when you're dealing with certain kind of people and certain kind of spirits, like for real, for real. All right. So now it's time to go. You don't have the strength to leave. Again, you probably have a soul tie. You probably have whatever. Now you have to consider the fact that you didn't ask God to approve this individual. But guess what? You probably have to go to God and first of all, acknowledge that you did not ask for the approval, and then just be your authentic and honest self. Like, okay, Lord, your girl or your boy, whatever, done messed up. Yes, 5 years ago, I met this fool, right? This child of yours, God. He's a fool, but he's a child of yours. And I didn't ask for your approval. So I got my own fleshly self tied up in some mess, hot mess, nonsense. And I don't have the strength to get out on my own. Let it be my self-esteem is low. Let it be I have a soul's high. Let it be I'm just so lost and so broken and don't even know the first step to take. Lord, please help me. I apologize wholeheartedly. I will do better next time. I will consult with you next time. Please just help me. And because God loves you so much, yes, your little messy self, he will come right on in and help you. However, when he steps in, he's not going to play with you. He's not going to play no games with you. He's not going to sit here and care about your little feelings Oh, well, God, I have to do it slowly. No, 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 no. He's coming in full force. Listen, child, you didn't ask me, so you're going to do it my way. Change your phone number. Move. Relocate. Listen, when he coming now, he not coming to play no games, all right? Like, for real, for real. And your obedience to whatever he tells, first of all, it's going to be extremely hard. It's going to be extremely hard because, again, mentally you need to go, but your heart is telling you to stay. So it's still like a tug of war, right? So God is going to require you to do things to break this soul tie, break this emotional tie, whatever you got going on. So it's going to be like, change your number. It's going to be different from everybody else because everybody's situation is different. For me, it was it was change my number. Mind you, I'm a person who I don't like change too much. I'm getting better, but I like what I like, and I like it for a long time. So I've had the same number for like 15 years, and he made me change my number. And I was like, God, can I just block the fool? Like, can I don't want to have to, my phone is like my business, and I don't want to give these numbers out all over again. And everybody, they know this number by heart. Change your number. God. So of course I teetered along the way, and then he allowed something to happen. I forgot what it was, but I was forced then to change the number. Okay. And of course it was cut all contact. Even so, meaning not just even with a telephone number, meaning I could not go any place that we had frequent. I could not go any place that I know, like his family member would be there. And it was kind of like, just that mutual person who would kind of still give me the tea, and vice versa. And then he then sent somebody else to come looking for me, like all that toxic back and forth, tug of war, mentally nonsense, X'd out. Can't do none of that. So you may, whatever your thing is, again, he may have you relocate. He may have you move out of the current house because there's so much spirits. Even after you've saged and cleansed, bleach everything down, change the sheets. Nah, honey, I need you to leave out this house. Too many memories, too many spirits. So whatever the thing is that he's going to need you to do, he's going to tell you, he's going to be blunt. He's not going to play with you. Now, your obedience to whatever he tells you to do will open the doors. Now, even though it's going to be difficult, you will have the grace for that time. That's why it's important to move when he say move, because you have the grace then. Even though it's difficult, you will have the grace to do it. But if you keep teetering around back and forth, and for example, he tells you to change your number, and you're sitting here making up 1,000 excuses about, the kids, their teacher has, like, and trust me, you're going to make excuses up. Then he's going to step back, right? And you're not going to have that grace. So you can't even take the step on your own a week later when you think you're ready to take the step, because he stepped back. So you have to actually step back in. When you step back in, the pressure is going to be even more stern. Change the number, or I'm setting you back for 5 years. It's going to be stern. I'm exaggerating. Well, maybe not, but I'm exaggerating, but it's going to be stern. So once you do what he tells you to do, well, Satan is not going to be happy, because for one, he knows that God is about to upgrade your life. So he's going to have this person coming at you full force. This person will be looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight. This person will have 1,000 stories on why they can't live without you. This person will have, because first of all, that person knows your weak points in the areas to keep you emotionally tied. So you're going to start to feel like you're neglecting the person. You're going to feel bad. Even though you know that relationship is killing you, you're going to start feeling regretful for leaving them because they can't, quote unquote, live without you. That's all parts of the toxic soul tie. That person will be just fine without you. Trust me when I tell you. Right now, this is about saving your life. This is about saving your mental health. This is about you moving forward and God opening the doors for you to pour blessings into you for the next season and for the new people that he will bring into your life. Like right now, if you're stuck with someone in a toxic situation and you know that God has been telling you to leave that person, that place, that thing, whatever it is, your life is probably going in circles. You're spinning your wheels in one place. Like you can't go up, you can't go down, you can't go left, you can't go right. You're stuck. You're stuck. There's no favor on your life. There's no grace on your life. You're stuck. And it's because your flesh has now run the course. The spirit don't want anything to do with you because you're all in flesh right now. So you're going to have to go to God in the spirit. So he can work in the spirit realm and come in and clean your little beautiful self up. And will probably be one of the most difficult things that you encounter, but you will have the grace to do so. Your life depends on it. God will not. One thing I've learned about God, I don't care how much you ask for blessings and how much you need a breakthrough. He will not send it if you have the wrong people around you. Because for one, why would he give you blessings and the wrong person is going to benefit from them? Like if you're still with this person, let's just say right now, God, release abundance of whatever. Let's just say a promotion on your job or just some financial whatever. Why would he give that to you if the person he doesn't even want to benefit from it is going to partake in it? It doesn't make any sense. You may want this person to, but he doesn't. So he's not going to give it to you. It will be on hold. Finally, once you are able to leave, and let me tell you just this. I always say this. I don't care how many times you say, I'm just tired. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm out. I just can't take this no more. I'm done. I'm tired. Listen, I think we all have been there, right? Let me tell you what I've learned, and I say this all the time. You are not tired until your soul is tired. If you're verbally saying you're tired, you're not tired. Because when you're tired, you don't even say it. You just pick up and you leave and you never look back. That's when you reach that 100% mark. So sometimes when I talk to people and I said, well, how tired are you? Oh, I'm 100. I'm done. 100%. I said, okay. Well, are you able now to just pick up and leave? Well, no, I'm not going to leave. I still love him something. Well, I get it, but you're not 100% there yet. Respectfully, it takes a while to get to 100% now. This can be a process. You might be 50% for a while, 70% for a year, 80% and just, you might go from 80 to 100 real quick. It just all depends on the situation. So don't beat yourself up. If you're honest enough to say that I'm not 100% there yet, that's real. That's authentic. That's what it's about. You have to admit your truth. I'm not happy, but I still love this fool. And yes, I still, I'm tired emotionally. I can't even lie. Well, that's your truth. But trust me, if you stay in there long enough, you will get to that 100%. When? Who knows? But you do have to get yourself to the point where you do ask God to step in. But like I said, do not ask God to step in if you're not 100% ready. Because when he come in, he's cleaning house. And it's not going to feel good. He's cleaning house. But once he cleans house, right, if you're ready to take that step, again, you can't do it without him. So ask him. He will then come and give you instructions on what to do. You will have the grace to do it. You got to move when he say move. Once he snatches you, once he puts you in the isolation season, clean you up, build you back up, start the relationship over with him, and get you back where you need to be, physically, mentally, emotionally. Watch how all kind of doors will open. He will send new people into your lives who will take your hand, take you higher. If love is in the will, that he has for your life, a new love that you have never experienced before, a love like you've never experienced before. But don't bring that toxic nonsense into, because see, this is going to be a different type of love. This is going to be a healthy, whole, happy type of love, right? You're coming from that. So you can't come into what God has for you with that same emotional attachment because you're going to mess it up. You're going to screw it up big time. So you have to, so in that season of isolation, he's literally going to start changing your thought process. He's going to have you breaking generational curses. He's going to show you areas that you need to work on. He's going to show you why you ended up with these crazy nuts who you ended up with. Who we ended up with. He's going to show you why you ended up with these people. You know what I mean? So it's a process, guys. But listen, anybody in your life, I don't care if it's your own blood brother or sister, if they're toxic to your well-being, they gotta go. They got to go. You gotta learn to love people from a distance. That don't mean you just give up on people. That just means I can't answer every call. I'm gonna answer every 1 in every 5 calls, if that. And when I answer, if you start with all the toxic and gossip and nonsense, listen, let me call you back, okay? People will start to fall off. You start to change, they will start to fall off because you have nothing in common. You've outgrown each other. But please never be afraid to walk alone because you're never alone when you have God. So if you're someone who have a fear of being alone, I may be a little biased because I'm not. Like I prefer I'm more of a loner. I'm okay either way, but I'm very content walking alone. So some people, and I respect that, some people truly are, they need to be in a relationship or they need to be around people. You know, we all are different. We all are different. That's not good or bad. It's just figure out your why. Why do you have to be in a relationship? Why? Because when you're whole, you can have a relationship with yourself. Well, first and foremost, you only need a relationship with God. But when you're whole, a relationship should be an addition, not a completion. So ask yourself why. So God will show you all that stuff in your little isolation season, honey. And when you come out of your isolation season, you're going to be like, you know what? I don't even know if I even want a relationship because like it was so peaceful in my isolation season. Well, if God has a relationship or a marriage for you, it will be peaceful as well. Because now he's sending that person who was designed for you. So now that person will fit you like a puzzle. So it wouldn't be anything stressful or toxic. It will be peaceful. So I just feel like I can encourage someone because listen, I think, you know, it's fair enough to say that, you know, if you live long enough, you have experienced at least one unhealthy relationship. And that's not to say anything bad about your ex because you didn't do everything right either. You know, like be real. We all played a part some kind of way. So it is what it is. It's a learning experience, but you know, you gotta go with the flow. So you guys have a great evening. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.